a very humbling welcome, and I'll be honest with you, it's at times like this that I wish my father could see me now, but sadly he just looks completely pissed. Now, I do come from a drinking family. When I lived in Tring, I used to get on the Anchor every Friday lunchtime religiously with a mate of mine, and we'd stop off for a couple of pints, and a couple of pints obviously ended up being 6 or 7, and quite often we find ourselves having to run back to school. Those kids didn't teach themselves. Anyway, I've moved now. I now live in a village on the Northamptonshire border, and they consider me quite a cockney out there. The reason being it's very much a country accent they have, so even me with my mild North Hertfordshire lilt, to these guys I sound like Mickey Flanagan. And I know what you're all thinking, oh, we fucking wish you did. But I have hammed up this whole cockney geezer persona over the years. I always wear a suit, I try and look sharp, and I never bother with a tie, it's too confusing. Did you know there's 57 different knots with which you can tie a tie? 57. Personally, I favour the half Windsor, or as I like to call it, the Prince Harry. Oh, come on, we all think it. And I've even bred my own vicious breed of dog. I crossed a guard dog with an English Cocker Spaniel. It's called a Watch It Cocker. It's nice where I live, but we've all got that one neighbour, haven't we? That one neighbour that we're really not sure about. And if you haven't got that neighbour, that person's you. Well, I've got this neighbour, he's a single guy, middle-aged man, lives on his own, and he's just been given the job as our new lollipop man. And there you see him every morning, 8:45, outside the school gates, by the zebra crossing, handing out his lollipops. It's crazy, no wonder we've got such a problem with child obesity. But when it comes to obesity, I can't really talk. I recently had to go and see my GP. I had a problem with my genital area, and I thought this was an appropriate forum to share that. And during the consultation, it turns out that I am now clinically obese. I'm not naive, I'm not deluded. I knew that was coming. As soon as he said, pull up a chair, chunky. He had a look at me, a good look at me, and he said, would you like to lie on the couch? I said, what for? He said, the chair's giving way. But anyway, he checked me out and everything was reasonably normal, and at the end he said, have you got any questions? And I said, actually, I've got one question. I said, you get to see a fair few of these little fellows. How would you say I compared size-wise? He said, that's the size of penis I'd expect to find on a 12-year-old boy. And I thought, well, neither of us are really coming out of this one very well, are we? But I am now clinically obese, and the government want to deal with this by taxing sugary foods and fatty foods, which is quite patently ridiculous, because where do you draw the line? But you'll be happy to know that I have found a solution. And that is when the councils want to keep out large lorries or large vans from an estate, they gradually narrow the width of the road, don't they? Until you get to those 2 bollards, you know, the bollards where you shit yourself driving through because you think you're going to hit your wing mirrors on them. All I'm saying is, why don't they try a similar system outside Greggs? If you don't fit through, you can't get in. I'll be honest, I'd get round that. That would just take me back to the days when I was too young to smoke and I wanted some fags. You'll see me hanging outside Greggs, waiting for a skinny person to walk past. I'll just sidle up to him, say, excuse me, mister, couldn't get me 20 donuts and a box of Yum Yums, could you? But I do eat a lot healthier now. I eat a lot of fish. I particularly like the Scottish salmon that you can get from Waitrose. I do recommend it. If you ever go into Waitrose and you can't find it, it's always on the very end aisle because it has declared complete independence from the English salmon. That's according to their spokesman, Alec. I've just fucking booed myself on that one. What do you think about it? It's a perfect meal in one, isn't it? You know, a piece of fish with a chip on each shoulder. Anyways, I said to you earlier, I do like to dress smart. I think clothes are important to me, and I think it's very important that the clothes do maketh the man. So you'll probably understand my angst when for my birthday this year, somebody bought me this rather tacky garment. And it gets worse because apparently I have to wear it. Be honest with me. Do you think my mum's still desperate for grandchildren? I'm glad they got a laugh, that cost me a tenner. But my mum is a bit worried because I'm 53 years of age now and I don't have children. I am married. Didn't sense too much fucking disappointment from the ladies there. But I am married and my wife and I have just celebrated our 28th wedding anniversary. Thank you. And I think that's quite an achievement. In this day and age, that's quite an achievement. And I'm just a lucky guy because I genuinely have the same feelings to my wife now as I had the first day we met, to be honest with you. And, yeah, I'm still not sure she's the one. But not having children has never been a problem to us. It's only ever been a problem to other people. And people say to me, you know, how can you not have children and watch them grow? And I always say, well, I just like to watch my money grow. That's what you have. If you don't have children, you have money. And me and the wife, we keep our money in piles in the lounge. Then every few years, we invite our friends to come round and visit our money. And they always come in and they go, ooh, haven't you grown? Last time I saw you, you were only that high. But in fairness, even if I wanted to have children now, I couldn't. I'm just too old, and at my age, you know, my wild oats are probably only suitable for craft beer. And for those of you unfamiliar with craft beer is basically what we always used to call homebrew. Still brewed by people with beards, for people with beards. The only difference now is they give it some wacky name, don't they? You know, like Verger's Jizz or something. And charge £4 a can for it. It should really be called crafty beer, shouldn't it? But if I'm not having children, the only downside from that is I do have a lot of free time. And I do spend a lot of my free time on Facebook. But I was sitting at home last night and I was feeling a little bit lonely, a little bit bored. Yeah. So I just posted, most emotional day of my life. Not sure I could face another one. And then it all came. Love you loads, kiss kiss. You okay, hun? Kiss kiss. Message me babes. Kiss kiss. Fuck off you attention seeking twat. As I said to you earlier, I'm still not sure she's the one. That's me about done. Firstly, thank you very much for listening to me. Thanks again for coming out. You've got some cracking acts coming.